What's something that makes you say I fucking hate people? I live in a big apartment complex and honestly the people who don't clean up after their dogs. Seems like there are little doggy landmines every square inch of green space. Every single time I drive. Edit. The moral of all of the stories is to drive defensively because irritating frick-ups by other drivers can become devastatingly fatal in the blink of an eye. A solid 60% of the poop customers say due to others at my work. Retail. Naturally. Also I live near one of the most beautiful lakes in the world. And so every summer we get tons of people pooping, pissing, puking and throwing trash in it, then bitching that they got swimmer's itch. We charge a high price for the stuff to get rid of it at my store because it's their own damn fault. Every year after they leave we spend a combined hundreds of hours cleaning up after them to keep that lake beautiful. Litter at a national park. Just so freaking discouraging. I'm disabled. It's hard for me to keep myself up, so I use elbow crutches. Or a wheelchair on hard days. When people think it's a joke, I wanna kill them. I hear people whisper I dare you take her crutch all the time. Some people actually try to take them. It's not freaking funny. How do people think that way? Broken glass on the beach. First of all, don't bring glass to the beach. Secondly, don't break glass on the beach. Thirdly, just to cover all of my bases, don't break glass somewhere else and sprinkle broken glass shards on the beach. We own a small business. Customer comes in. Drunk as hell. Poops in the restroom. Clogs the toilet. Floods the restroom. Then walks out leaving his mess for us to clean up. What an asshole. People who unnecessarily put someone down and feel like poop. Just because they can. People who use obscure acronyms as if you were supposed to know what it means. Oh, I know some DVS did something horrible to GGA, but it was HLK from there. Dog poop on the pavement. Is it that hard to bag it and put it in the bin? I'm a dog owner BTW. Listening to music on your phone without headphones or having a speakerphone conversation in public. Your phone comes with earbuds. Stop forcing us to listen to your poop. When I hear about an abused child or animal. Cell phone assholes. Stop in public doorways, middle of sidewalks, walk directly at you without looking cause they're on their phone. Also when people put speakerphone on in public or FaceTime without headphones. Ugh. Seeing people litter. Especially if there is a trash can nearby. Group projects. People completely uninformed on political issues that get really passionate and angry about them. People who are slowly walking in busy areas. Standing still in groups chatting in busy areas. And people with no spatial awareness or care for those around them. I always say, I love going out. I just freaking hate people. People who cause thousands of dollars of damage to buildings stealing copper wire so they can sell it to a recycler for $2 a pound. People seeing trash on the sidewalk. When people use knowledge to hurt others instead of educating. Facebook. I volunteer part-time at a Goodwill. I usually spend an hour just picking up and sweeping the store prior to closing. I find the old scummy shoes tucked under the racks and I see the trails of snacks and candy and I see the old clothing left in the dressing rooms. People are freaking savages. They rip off a damn thrift shop for used poop and leave a mess like a bunch of animals. People that microwave fish at work. I work at a pet store and my job is to take care of the animals. I love the reptiles the most. But what I hate is when grown people come into my store and I'm handling a reptile and no matter what it is proceed to be dramatically disgusted by it and say stuff like they don't have emotions. They're just sizing you up to eat you, they're disgusting etc. Like, it's okay not to like something. But all that frickin' tells me is that at the very least, you're ill-educated and immature. If you don't like something, fine. But don't disrespect it for no reason. It's not hard. All the ones I wanted to say are said already. Drivers. People. Facebook, internet. So a lad. The news. People who pretend they know everything better but actually know nothing. When they won't take responsibility or ownership of a simple mistake and make the most obvious bold-faced lies to point the finger anywhere else but at themselves because they're entitled pieces of shit. But what's even worse is when you do admit a mistake and the person you wronged lords it over you like some guilt-ridden wrecking ball. Sorry, my bad, hey, no worries, we all make mistakes. And everybody can get on with their lives. I work in retail. Enough said. I say that every time I walk in public places. People who stop at the top of a busy escalator and block everyone behind them from getting off it. It drives me nuts. Working in customer service. When I hear about people who were bullied as a kid, I mean, who bullies people for their race or sexuality or whatever? Come on. Especially when I hear about parents who knew about it and did nothing. Or parents who contributed to the bullying, the bully's parents or the victim's parents. Walking past and eaten full plates of food in a buffet restaurant. People that eat out then leave a big mess with the attitude the workers will do it. That's what they get paid to do. I've cut off friendships due to them having this mentality and arguing that I'm wrong for cleaning my mess when others are paid to do it. It costs $0 to be a decent human being. Thundering car stereos that shake the ground when they drive by. People who speed up when you signal a lane change. Frick those self-important bastards. Anti-vaxxers. Hypocrisy in politics. And especially when they overlap. Social media. People that do a really poopty job parking and just leave it. To be clear, I'm not a parking Nazi. Generally speaking. As long as you are within the lines, not on them, you're pretty good. Not every parking job needs to be 10/10. Especially if you are just running to the ATM or something like that. But I can't tell you how many times I've seen people park so badly that they are affecting other people's ability to even park at all. Even in my at-capacity apartment where literally every spot is taken and reserved. So you know that someone is going to be parking there. People will still park on or over the line and just freaking walk away. Like, you realize you just made that person have to go park on the street somewhere, right? I'm not a violent person at all. But a few weeks ago this happened to me and I think I wish death upon this person. Their children, family and anyone or anything they ever cared about. Watched an elderly woman hand her, I assume, grandson 2 plastic produce bags as a toy in Maya yesterday. He was straining for them. And whining. Also spotted a pair of children in the produce section taking the twist ties. Throwing them around. Putting them in their mouths like walrus tusks. And put them back in the container for other people to use. In both instances, the adults are to blame. The kids weren't old enough to self-police without guidance. Also carts blocking the aisles. People shooting out of the end of aisles without looking. Entire apartments worth of students shopping at one time taking up the whole aisle. Forgetting something all the way on the other side of the store and finding that cutting through the clothing section is faster than trying to use the main aisles as intended due to congestion. Full stop. Full stop. Twice. So I guess the answer is grocery shopping on Sunday makes me say I freaking hate people. The way some animals are treated. Whenever I hear a story about child abuse, whether sexual or physical, makes me want to hunt child abusers and kill them. Every time I see how little people respect nature or other people's property, A few days ago I saw a photo of hundreds of people walking in a flower field just to get some stupid Instagram photos. The problem, there was literally a sign in front of the field saying not to walk there because it would destroy wildlife. People just ignored that sign. Your Instagram is not more important than wildlife. Or the story I read about people taking photos in someone's garden because they think it's public even though the owner tells them it is not. Oh. And the people who take their thoughty Instagram selfies in places like Auschwitz, hopefully I spelled that right, or WWII memorials that should be treated with respect and not like a place where you can act like a thought and take photos just to collect likes. Ignorance. Also, people are so superficial and value looks, image, and status over things that really matter in life like character, genuineness, and authenticity. Also, people are fake as frick and act like they care when they really don't. People are only in it for themselves. We constantly find ways to separate ourselves from each other and find conflict in the most insignificant things. It annoys and saddens me that so many of us don't realize that everyone is freaking human and we are more alike than different. But no. We always have to find something about someone else to get angry about. This world would be so much better if we all worked together and were open-minded and accepting of everyone. Porch pirates. When people carve their poopty little initials into things in nature. Yeah. JT. That's what I wanted to see at this national monument that you love, CT. Bravo, you little cunt. When people park in the fire lane. Fricking entitled arseholes. Cruelty to animals. People complaining about today's teens and their music tastes. Forgetting that they used to be teens too. And that they used to hate older people telling them their music was poop when they were teens. I used music as an example, but it's the same for everything. Fashion. TV shows. Video games. Dart. Let the kids enjoy what they want, FFS. I work with a grown adult that doesn't say thank you. That doesn't sound significant. But there are a few encounters where it just seems awkward in the silence. In the moment where the thank you should be. Example, he didn't have his key and knocked on the office door. I opened the door and stepped to the side for him to enter. He looked at me and didn't say anything. Just walks past me. No smile. No head nod. WTF is that all about? Animal abuse cruelty news videos about cartels, terrorists killing people over stupid poop, people who hide behind religion to conduct terrible things like pedophilia, school administrations only stepping in when the victim of bullying finally fights back. Then punishes both people for some reason, crazy drivers, people who like to play the victim and use mob mentality to attack someone for disagreeing with them. People laughing at you for no reason. Like you aren't even sure why they are laughing. But you can tell they are laughing at you. War. People who, in movie theaters or restaurants, etc., don't do anything about their screaming kids.
Hi there. Look, if you enjoyed the video, well, why not go ahead and hit that like and subscribe to Reddit Stories. In fact, if you want to see even more responses to this thread, well then, take a look. There's the link in the description below. And remember, show some love to those authors while you're there. And I look forward to seeing you next time.